Hello and welcome to Voices of Westerly, a new podcast from the United Theater featuring conversations, many of which are recorded in front of a live audience, with the creative and professional individuals who make Westerly, Rhode Island such a unique and inspired community of leaders, innovators, and artists. I'm your host, Tony Nunes, Artistic Director of the United Theater, here in the beautiful downtown arts district of Westerly, Rhode Island. The Voices of Westerly series is inspired by Westerly photographer and artist Josh Behan, who created a Faces of Westerly portrait series, which we premiered here a couple of years ago at the United and is now on permanent display and rotation in our halls. Voices of Westerly live discussions will take place monthly in our post-credit scene event space here at the United. Okay, our second guest of the evening is a member of our own team here at the United, where she works in our finance department. She is also the assistant to the regional manager for Stonewall Apiary in Hanover, Connecticut. Please welcome Caiti Stevenson. Hello. The assistant to the regional manager, she gave me that today as her title there, which is the best title I've heard on any of these interviews yet. So it's pretty good. If you know, you know. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm going to begin by asking you that same question that I ask everybody to start this off. And I know you don't live in Westerly.
I don't.
But what is your Westerly origin story? And what is your regional origin story? Where do you live, and did you grow up around here?
I was actually born in upstate New York, and I was there for 13 years, and then, as all farm kids do, moved to Tokyo.
Naturally.
For a year. And then we needed to come back to the States and didn't want to go back to farm life, so we ended up in Connecticut. And when we got here, we did spend a lot of time coming to the beaches in Rhode Island, and definitely developed a love for Westerly from that. I live in Salem, Connecticut, which is gorgeous, and I did make my way back to farmland.
You did? Yes, you definitely did.
It's a really cyclical situation going on, but Westerly's great. I love working here. Definitely.
So I think the thing I want to talk to you most about, as interesting as your work with the United is your beekeeping background and working with the apiary and work you've done there, just because I think it's a fascinating topic that not a lot of people know about.
Yeah.
People might think they know about it. I certainly don't know about it. So a lot of the questions I'm asking you today, I have no idea. I'm curious of all of this. But I want to start with, how did you get involved with that? I mean, that's a type of farming, right?
Yeah, it is. It actually, bees are considered livestock, so literally.
So you really went full circle.
My parents tried to take me away from the farm, and I said no. I got started there in the pandemic, or post-pandemic. My previous job closed, and I had money and time, and I was bored, and I took a beekeeping class. I knew the owner. He and I had worked together in the past. We owned a coffee shop in New London, and we got our honey there through him. And he and I, had maintained a friendship over the years. And because I was taking the class at the right time, I had expressed an interest in maybe learning how to make the candles there, which really came back to bite me because that's my least favorite thing to do there now. We actually call it candle jail. His former assistant had left, and there was room, and he said, "You want to get in on this?" And I said, "Heck yeah."
And
that was it.
Stonewall Apiary is in Hanover. Did I get that correct?
Yes. Yes.
That's
it is.
not convincing.
Yes.
If I was wrong, you could tell me. I was
It
wrong.
is Hanover. Our shop is located in Versailles.
Okay.
But yeah, all of our labels do
Okay.
say Hanover. So you're not incorrect. on
I
purpose.
am a Stonewall consumer.
Yeah, we need to have
myself. No,
Yeah,
not
not a-
consumer. I'm a Stonewall user. No.
we need to have a stone head or like
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we buy honey there frequently.
Yeah.
And have bought big blocks of wax to
How dare
make
you.
candles at home.
Yeah, how dare
and it
you.
was fun. Didn't feel like jail to me.
yeah, make 300 and then
No,
get back
thank you.
to me.
It was like 12 we made. But, tell me a little bit about the place and what they do and how many bees they have, and then the program that they do, which is really fascinating to me, where people get their bees for their own house hives. House hives? See, I don't know the
Home
lingo.
apiary.
Home apiary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's that like?
It's great. That's a lot of things to talk about.
Yes.
So that's called packages.
Okay.
When you get bees for your own apiary, typically you buy a package, and that is a wood and screen rectangle filled with usually 3 pounds of bees. Who knew that you could measure bees by weight? It ends up being about 10,500
Bees per
Yeah,
package?
Per package.
How big is this?
Like,
The size of a bread box?
yeah, a bread box. Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot of bees.
Yeah. And so we drive down to Georgia to Wilbanks Apiary in Claxton, Georgia, I want to say. It's near Vidalia.
Oh, yeah, Claxton.
Yeah. And we bring the bees back ourselves. Trucks that deliver the bees are unreliable. This year alone, I know one truck, the refrigeration on it failed and literally cooked a load of bees. So it's really the quality of the bees is improved when you put a little more effort into it. And so we do almost like micro batches. We'll get about 400 packages at a time. And then we typically do 3 package pickups a year, but this year, partially because of that one that got roasted, there were a lot of extra people looking for bees, so we added another. And then last year was just a rough year for the bees in general, so there were a lot more that needed to be replaced. We, at Stonewall, we have about 350 colonies around Connecticut. A lot in North Stonington. We're at the Pequatsapos Nature Center. The Giving Garden, Coogan, I think. So yeah, a lot in the area, and that is a lot of work.
You said 10,000 per package. And you picked up 400 packages.
Yeah.
You're in finance. How many bees is that?
Too many.
It's a lot of bees.
Yeah, too many to calculate.
And so in each package is a queen, correct?
Yep. Yes.
What is that like? What is the dynamic of
The queen and
the
the
queen
rest of
and
the bees.
yeah.
So there are 3 types of honeybees. There's the drones are the males, workers are the females, and then the queen is an evolved version of a worker. So the process of making a queen, as an apiarist, you kind of use essentially like a flattened toothpick to scoop out a 3-day-old egg and put it into a queen cell to then incubate. And you put some workers with her, and so they will give her royal jelly the whole time, and that develops her abdomen further. And so she will then have the ability to store mating fluids within her. And then from that point on, she'll go on a mating flight. And when she gets back, she essentially never leaves the hive again. The rest of her life is just laying eggs. And she can choose, because she's got the semen in her, she can choose whether to fertilize or not. And if she does fertilize the eggs that she lays, you'll get a worker bee. And if she doesn't, then you get a drone. So it'd be kind of cool if humans could do that, but I don't think we can.
So how is the honey made?
Honey, the workers do that. Mm-hmm. The queen doesn't have anything to do with it, really.
So
neither do
is the queen there for people to keep growing their colony when they buy one of these batches?
So workers only live for 42 days.
Okay.
So it's important for her to keep up with the laying so that she has a constant supply of workers. Yeah. And workers, when their eggs are in the cells, they get 3 days of royal jelly, but then the rest of the time they get worker jelly. So any worker could be a queen if they got the royal jelly the whole time, but they don't. And then they turn into workers, and then they work their whole life.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. So the normal lifespan is 42 days for a worker bee, but the ones that are born in the fall are able to live all the way through the winter and into the spring because they're not out foraging. They're mostly in a state of torpor, which is like hibernation. Bears also don't hibernate, they go into torpor. Fun fact. Bears, bees.
Bees? Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica.
It's a lot of Office references in this.
That's going to keep happening, actually.
So I guess my last question about this purchasing a large quantity of bees, they die every year and you replenish your hive?
Ideally, no.
Okay.
Ideally, you're getting your colonies through the winter. It's called overwintering. And you shouldn't need to do packages every year. But there are a lot of pests that need to be managed, and people aren't super willing to do the management. And then they email us and say, hey, why did my bees die? And we say, did you treat for any pests? And they say, no, I didn't have any. And we say, no, you definitely did. Yeah. And we see those people every year. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
We do encourage them to treat. We want people to be making it through, but...
How many bee, I don't know if they're hobbyists or bee farmers or are in the area?
I like
bee hobbyists?
I like bee farmer. That's fun.
Bee farmer.
Yeah. We have like 5,000 customers in our database, but like actively maybe 500 to 1,000 we'll see throughout the year, whether it's for packages or taking our classes or stopping in for equipment. Mm-hmm. Or just getting a queen. We make our own queens as soon as we can. Until we're able to make our own, we get them from Georgia because they're able to start sooner than we are because of the weather.
How much honey do you yield a year? Or, does the apiary
Yeah, that would be a great figure to know. I know.
So much,
Each,
right?
each, so there are typically 2 deep boxes per hive. Those are called brood chambers. Any honey that's stored in either of those brood chambers is left for the bees. And then there's a piece of equipment called a queen excluder. It's just like a slotted metal tray that sits on top of that, and then you put the honey supers above there. You want to keep the queen out because you don't want her laying eggs, and the supers are specifically for harvesting. And each super can yield 35 pounds of honey, and it's not uncommon to get 2 to 4 per hive. So you do that math.
I'm good. So you said you don't like the candle making part, but you said it was candle jail.
It is candle jail, yeah.
But you do make a bunch of different interesting products using the honey. Can you talk about that?
Yeah.
Do you like that, or is that?
Yeah, I do. I like, now that I'm not doing it all the time, it's more fun to dabble. But yeah, as far as honey, we have the regular, we have infused, so not flavored honeys, because those have like artificial flavors in them. Infused, we're taking a dried product and putting it in to allow the flavors to seep in. And we have chipotle. It's our, people were asking for hot honey, and I am a spice baby, so that was my compromise. It's more smoky than spicy. We have garlic. Garlic honey is so good. Most people don't use it for tea, but we do have one customer who definitely does.
Garlic honey tea, or garlic honey in their tea.
Garlic honey in their tea. I think they're probably
it's peppermint tea, right?
from around here.
Yeah.
Because it seems pretty Italian. That sounds like an Italian move.
I didn't know where you're gonna go with that.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. To pair with soupy, I think.
Yeah, perfect. Bringing it back.
We also have ginger and vanilla. Both of those great in tea. Highly recommend it.
Garlic sounds good to me.
It's really tasty.
Soupy
actually.
honey is, that might be a
Next.
thing.
Yeah, soupy spice honey.
2026.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Intense.
Ew. All right. So
we have there are other honey things.
Have you
Those are
made
just
chapstick
infused.
and things like that?
Yeah, we have a lip balm. I started with a rosemary grapefruit because we have a lot of female customers and we want to kind of, be available for everyone. Most of our beekeepers are males, but most of our retail customers are female. But people are kind of weird about grapefruit, as it turns out. So we are participating in the Strawberry Festival in Old Mystic Village next weekend. And they asked us to have a strawberry product. And instead of doing another infused, we decided to do a strawberry lip balm. And it's so good, I may or may not have some in my pocket right now.
Nice.
Yeah. It's super good.
So you just talked about Soupy Fest and Westerly Italians,
Yeah.
and I end all of these with some very Westerly specific questions, and I know you don't live in Westerly, so I'm going to turn them to be more regional.
Okay.
What do you like most, and what places and things do you like most about living in this region? Meaning, the southern Rhode Island, southeastern Connecticut area.
Yeah. There are actually some really great farmers markets all around the area. I love going to a farmers market. I was kind of preparing myself earlier after Paige with coming up with Westerly places.
Okay.
And she actually named my 2 favorite places in Westerly outside of the United. But yeah, again, shout out to the bookstore across the street. Really gorgeous. And also the park across the street, Wilcox Park, world class. Really excellent. And the beaches are nice. I'm more of a lake kind of person.
Okay.
But there are some fantastic lakes around. It's definitely
The
those are
park
ones
is
I
a
hit.
very popular answer.
Oh, it's so
I mean, it's an Olmsted park, so
Yeah,
I think it's
excellent.
it holds its own.
Yeah.
It's very unique.
Yeah, I've been to a few parks in my day, and it's up there. Yeah. But don't tell anyone, actually.
Okay, we'll cut that. Noted for the edit of this. I end all of these with kind of a big question about, what your hopes are for this area. And again, I'll extend that to be, Southern Rhode Island, Southeastern
Regional.
Connecticut, this kind of region as a whole. Where would you like to see this area continue to grow in the next 5 years, and how would you like to be a part of that growth?
I would love to see it just keep doing what it's doing. There are so many independent entrepreneurs, really cool art around, really cool coffee shops, really cool restaurants. So I kind of just want to continue to spend money in the region and help continue small businesses doing their thing. We don't need any more Amazons or Walmarts or Dollar Generals. So if we could bankrupt them, like the millennial curse, that would be great. So that's my goal.
All right.
Is to watch that.
All right. Well, Caiti, thank you for joining us on Voices of Westerly.
Thanks.
Thanks for tuning in to the United Theater Podcast Network. If you enjoyed this episode, we encourage you to subscribe to our show so you never miss an episode. And if you could take a moment to leave a review, we'd greatly appreciate it. Your feedback helps us create content that you love. So hit that subscribe button and leave us a review, and we'll see you on the next episode.